Hey, what's going on, guys? Kaoiji here. So today's video, we're going to be talking about the NGS headline that's going to be in 28 hours from the time of recording this video. Now, before I go into anything when it comes to the headline, I want to talk about a very particular comment. This one from Bleach Empire BBS says, "Your voice is made for radio." And like, I thought this little part of the comment was amazing. They were talking about, please try to apply for radio or a host of a big channel. Maybe not a commentary channel, something like that. Now, there's a couple things that I've wanted to do when it comes to this particular channel here on YouTube, and that's cover more than just Phantasy Star. Phantasy Star is just very easy. I know you're probably thinking, I'm like, well, duh, there's nothing to cover. But the truth be told is that Phantasy Star, for the most part, is a game that I enjoy. It's something that I have quite a few topics about, but eventually this channel will grow. This channel will be growing into playing very different games, multiple thoughts and reviews, things. I have no intentions of being stagnant in one place because that's never been something that I enjoyed doing anyway. So eventually my YouTube channel will grow. Maybe one day I'll decide that I move all of my content to YouTube, TikTok, or something of the sort and move away from Twitch, because I do live stream pretty much every single day on Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern. So just in case you guys didn't know that. Another thing that I want to talk about real quick is that I also have a Ko-fi or coffee. So basically what this is something that you guys can use to be able to support the channel a little bit more, besides using the membership button that you guys can find down below, or the Super Thanks. Coffee is another website that allows you to be able to do one-time tips as well as monthly tips if that's what you choose to do. That's completely up to you. I'm not going to say do this or not. It's just the option there if you want to go ahead and support me. Now, content is something that I do full time. This is my job. I've been able to do it full time for a couple of years, but more support allows me to do more things. So just to keep that out there. But anyway, I just wanted to address those. I have tried to be on radio. In fact, I was on radio once before for a Memorial Day weekend. Nothing crazy, but would I love to be on the radio? Yeah. Although sometimes I don't like the fact that there's certain things I just can't say on radio. But moving on from that. Now, today we're going to be talking about the headline stream and some of my thoughts. We already know the headline in 28 hours is going to have information on Bouncer, the Halloween event, the new AC scratches that are going to be coming out that month, a new SG scratch, things like that. We get that every time. We also know that there's going to be a special teaser for the new region that's coming in December. And then according to them, they had mentioned that they were going to talk about the change in management. But we don't know if that's going to be in the global side or the Japanese side, or maybe just the management policies as a whole related to the game. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know exactly what that entails. But what I can say is that for the Halloween event itself, I fully expect it to be more of the same that we currently are doing right now, where you go ahead and you fight a couple enemies and that's it, you're done for the week, and then you have to farm for all this currency and stuff like that. One of the problems that I've had with the most recent event was not even that we had to farm enemies for currency, is that they nerfed the amount of currency that we were receiving, and then also added in a booster to be able to get the currency that we had before. You were able to trade in Star Gem passes or Star Gem badges or AC badges for these boosters. Now, in my opinion, the amount of currency that they had before was perfect. There was no need to nerf it. And the fact that they nerfed it to be able to give us these boosters, that seems scummy in mine. And I hope to God they don't do it again, because I swear to God, why give us more reasons to not want to play the game? Right? So that's number one. When it comes to number two, Bouncer specifically, I'm very excited to play a new class, but it's not necessarily a new class. It's just a re-release of a class that's already existed. My thing when it comes to Bouncer is that I really hope that it has very high support, so that way we're able to use it as a good subclass. The problem with Phantasy Star Online 2 right now as well is that there's only really two very viable subclasses. You have Force and Fighter. That's really it. That's it. I mean, you very seldomly see anybody sub anything else because there's almost no point. And a lot of the reasons why we want to be able to sub other classes is because of the multi-weapon system. However, because of the way that you wind up doing that, you wind up gimping yourself when it comes to choosing the multi-weapon system over your potential damage gain. And nobody wants to do that. That creates a meta that's just not fun. And when you created a multi-weapon system that's able to dictate you creating your own play style, it's kind of counterintuitive. And it just didn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. So I'm hoping Bouncer can at least add some subclass support and give us the opportunity to have something new to do until we finally get the winter update. Now, another thing that we know is that the winter update is going to be coming. It's going to introduce a new region. We have an idea based on what we saw at the end of the story, what that new region is, and that's the desert region that's over to the eastern side of Alio. Now, my honest opinion is about this, no matter what they show us, I feel like unless they show us a whole new style of content, right? We're talking like a dungeon system, or, they might start adding in new towers or anything like that. I feel like no matter what they show us, it's not going to be as exciting as what we would have enjoyed. Now, the reason I say this is because if you guys call back to the prologue streams, we wound up seeing Alio Town, the town that got literally obliterated the first 3 seconds of the game. They did all this advertising for the game. They even made a summer pack that was available in August for that. And then suddenly, somehow, some way, first 30 minutes of the game, gone. How does it even work? You know what I mean? Like that almost, why hype something up if you're going to remove it for the first 30 minutes of the game? That didn't make sense to me. So it's kind of like, I have a feeling that whatever we're going to see is not going to be the end result by the time we're done whatever story section that we want to perceiving. So I have very low bars for this entire headline, but I feel like this headline is going to make me at least look closely more at the next one, because the next one that we're going to be receiving is going to be the headline that's going to be available before the winter update. We might receive one in November, but realistically, it's still going to be before December, right? So it's going to be the end of November. I'm fully assuming that that's going to be what it is. So that way we can get it right before the actual update, right? I feel like that one is the one to look at, because what I would hope that they do is they give us the winter update. They outline it. These are the new skills that all the classes are getting. They don't cover anything story related. Leave it as a guess, right? They say maybe if there's a new NPC, they show us the new NPC, but anything story related, they don't even show us. It's just class related stuff. Here's this new thing. Maybe there's this new system that they'll do, and that's it. What I'm looking for when it comes to anything about the winter update is the roadmap after. That's what I'm more keen about. What that roadmap after is going to look like, because that is going to determine whether or not a lot of people are going to stick with the game or be excited about the game. This has nothing to do anymore about the winter update. When I see the winter update right now, I'm like, oh, it's cool. It's a new region. But at the bottom of my heart, I'm like, okay, as excited as I am about this, I can't help but feel like this is just going to be more of the same. So that roadmap that we see this with all the content that's going to be showing up after, I honestly would hope that is what we wind up, seeing at the next headline. This one is going to be the prelude to that. So I'm not excited about this one. I'm excited about the next one, because that is where we're going to get the real meat and potatoes behind the future of NGS. Nothing they do this time is going to be met with positive review. Nothing. That's it. We already know that. Right? It's the next one that we should all be looking into very, very, very closely. And that's just my honest opinion there. Now, these unedited videos usually go on for a lot longer than I anticipate, but hey, I like them. So I'm going to keep doing them for at least maybe a couple more videos. I might update the format to be more, YouTube-like, because, it's just the thing, and less podcast-like. But also, to be fully transparent, I am going to be starting a podcast, and it's not going to be anything related to Phantasy Star. So keep an eye out for that. It's a matter of whether or not I can get the funding on my coffee and stuff like that, but it is a part of the plans that I have going for the future. There's a lot of things that I currently have, like new merch, the podcast, new things that are going to be YouTube exclusive, TikTok exclusive, and Twitch exclusive. This way, no matter where you decide to watch me, or it's all a unique experience, and it'll be really fun. You can watch me at any time of the day, and it'll be really awesome for you. But with that, I'm gonna end this video. There's a lot of talking already, so hey, thank you for watching. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. I'm out.